What's up, guys? I just wanted to preface this video by saying that this is all my opinion. I'm not a high rounds player or a Easter egg hunter by any means, so take everything I say with a grain of salt. And I just wanted to share my opinions on the different zombies maps before Call of Duty Vanguard comes out. I'll probably update this video after every Call of Duty Zombies season, whenever we have like 4 or 5 new maps to add. And it won't be as in-depth as this or as long. I'll probably just add the new maps into the tier list and make a video on that. But yeah, let's get right into the video, and thanks for watching. Alright, welcome back, guys. It is time for the Zombies tier list. Look at all these maps. It's a lot of fucking maps. Alright. So, those are our tiers, and as you can see, we have a tier for never played, because there are some maps I haven't played, and disqualified. And the only ones going in disqualified, I'll do that real quick, are the Black Ops 1 remakes. There we go. So, those are disqualified, not in a bad way, just not going to mess with them. And then the ones I've never played, I've only played Zombies in Spaceland from Infinite Warfare. And the other ones I haven't played are the other maps from World War II Zombies. I've only played the first 2 maps, or the launch maps. That's what we have for the stuff I haven't played before, and the disqualified maps. Alright, so let's kick things off. We're going to go in game, release, order, whatever, just because I feel like that's the easiest, most organized way to do things. So we have World at War, Nacht der Toten. Now, World at War Nacht der Toten is the start of it all. So, I feel like it's only fair to put it right in the middle of everything. It is a good map. It's fun to play. The original Nacht der Toten has some of the most intricate high round strategies, I feel like. Not intricate, but like interesting. I think it's the base average that everything should be ranked off of. Next up is we have Verrückt.
You and I, we're not scared of zombies anymore.
What the fuck?
Verrückt, I think it's not super surprising to say that I think it's better than Nacht der Toten. It basically just expands what they were trying to do with zombies. I think they do it very well. Shi No Numa,
Can't wait to see HD News, man. Oh.
I think is better than Verrückt. I think in terms of these 3 maps, they just are kind of like one after another improving on what's already been done. I think the 4 World at War maps have kind of the best progression in terms of development. I think every single map is better than the last. And then we get to Der Riese.
I'm on Der Riese. Everybody look at me because I'm pissing on a zombie.
And it's an amazing map. You can't deny it. It's an amazing map. It laid the foundation for what every single zombies map has to have, which is the perks, pack-a-punch that you have to unlock, and a power switch that you have to get to after a few doors in the middle of the map. It makes you explore the map. You have to do all the rooms to get the teleporters, to get the pack-a-punch. It's just textbook map. It's a great map. It's a fucking great map, okay? So that wraps it up for World at War, and now we're gonna get into Black Ops 1. Starts things off with Kino der Toten.
No, 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 no!
Fan favorite, for sure, to the point where everybody says it's overrated, which is hilarious, because if everyone thinks it's overrated, then how is it overrated? I love Kino der Toten. It's pretty much Der Riese in terms of simplicity and mechanics and all that. And so I think Kino der Toten goes at the top of good tier. These are very similar maps, and I feel like Der Riese does what Kino does, but better. Nostalgia wise, Kino der Toten is probably better than Der Riese, but we're not going to let nostalgia rule everything here. Next up in Black Ops, I almost said Black Ops 5. Next up in Black Ops 1 is 5.
2 generations.
Sounds like someone's breaking in.
It's a storm, Dick. Sit down.
Oh my god!
And personally, I think 5. It's a great map. It does something new with something we've never seen in zombies. Kino der Toten is the same thing we saw in World at War. And I think it was supposed to be like the 5th DLC or something for World at War. And they ended up having to push it back to Black Ops 1, which makes a lot of sense. But 5 does something we've never seen in zombies yet. Brings us to a more modern era. It's a cool map. It's a great map. It's a great map. Coming up next is Ascension.
What these monkeys do is that they hump your park machine.
Which I feel like is 5 in the sense that it does something kind of new in terms of location and atmosphere, all that. And I feel like it does it better than 5 does because it is more casual friendly. And I would put this up behind Der Riese here. I'd put it up a tier. But I personally think that the Space Monkeys kind of hurt it a little bit. I think they're a good challenge, but I don't love how they take away perks. I feel like there's a better way to make them challenging without being a nuisance. Next up, we have Call of the Dead. Oh man, Call of the Dead. Good old Call of the Dead.
Fog, the ice, the grayness, Deadshot, the moving pack-a-punch which you can't find anywhere.
It's an amazing map. And I'm going to argue it's above Der Riese. I've been talking about how these two do things differently. Call of the Dead is just a breath of fresh air. It's a movie set that somehow they connect to all the storyline that they've got going on here in such a seamless way that it actually is like, it's just a super cool map. George Romero, rest in peace, makes this map both challenging but also just, again, a breath of fresh air. It's something we've never seen before. And I feel like that's something we need more in zombies, is stuff we've never seen before. Coming up next is Shangri-La. Shangri-La, I felt like, is a great Black Ops 1 map. It's a great map overall. But I feel like in terms of Black Ops 1, it is at the bottom of the good maps. Or bottom of the great maps. I feel like Kino der Toten is, again, just a great base map. But Shangri-La does something different. We've never been in a, well, we've been in a jungle before, but we've never been in like a paradise kind of location, you know? Like it's just, it's a sweet looking map. It looks super nice. I love the mechanics on it. I think the 2 boss zombies are really, they're not too hard, but they're also kind of challenging and more than just a normal zombie. The monkeys taking away the drops are actually, I like that addition. A lot of people don't, but I think like it's a good strategy builder. Being able to get a max ammo or even a perk when you want it is really cool to me. And the Easter egg is just, I think it's just super unique and really, really cool. And it's one of the first Easter eggs I truly kind of like cared about in terms of seeing what it was all about, and that kind of made me care more about the story and stuff like that. Gameplay wise, it's kind of tight, it's kind of meh, but I don't know. I think it's the bottom of the great maps of Black Ops 1. All right, next up, we got Moon. Now Moon, I feel like, is above Call of the Dead and Der Riese. I feel like Moon, God, Black Ops 1, the more I look back at it, it's just such a good game. It's such a good game in terms of everything is a step up above the last in terms of doing something new. Like we're on the moon, dude. Never in my life, I never expected for zombies to go to the moon. Once Moon came out, like it's just opening the world for all these fantastical different facets of the story and different places maps can go. And I feel like this kicked off zombies for a lot of people. And that plus just the Easter egg is just so good. Probably one of the best. The astronaut guy, the spaceman guy, he sucks. He sucks. You can't get around that. But I mean, you gotta have something challenging in the map. They could have done a better job at making him challenging. But overall, Moon, I would say the best of Black Ops 1. Black Ops 2 and its beautiful launch maps. Everyone's favorite Call of Duty Zombies experience, Transit. Transit, as much as it's a meme, my personal feelings, it's a trash map. It's not a good map. It tries to do so many things that could have been so cool, but it fails at almost every single one of them. I don't like it. It's not good. That's where it's going. Trash. Trash. So next we got these survival maps. I'm just gonna do these quick because I feel like everybody kind of has the same opinion on these. Bus Depot, not a great map. Farm, not a great map. They're not painful, but they're not anything new. Yeah, it's cool to have challenging survival maps, and that's where Town comes in, and I feel like Town is a great map, and I have it above 5. I have it above these two. I think Town is a phenomenal survival map. That's exactly what you want from a challenging survival map. These two are just annoying. There's nothing to do on them. That's where I'm putting the survival maps. Next up, we have another fan favorite, Die Rise.
We go one at a time. Yeah! Parkour! I'm right behind you, Andy! Come on! Yeah!
Now, I love Die Rise. Not to the point where I'll build a fucking billboard about it.
When I first launched the remastered Die Rise campaign, it was kind of a joke.
But I like this map. I have a lot of time played on this map with friends. I love the Liquefier. I think it's one of the coolest wonder weapons we have. The tone is there, the theme is there. The verticality. Lex, I know you love that word, verticality. I like it. I recognize the downsides of the map, but I'm going to put it above Shi No Numa, below Kino der Toten. Because again, I recognize the bad, so it's not going up there. But I think it's a very underrated map. I think it's a good map. Next up, we have our first S tier map, Mob of the Dead.
In this video, I want to talk about the reasons why I do not like Mob of the Dead.
The fuck?
I don't have to say anything about this that hasn't already been said, but I'm gonna say a little bit. Gameplay, phenomenal. Story, phenomenal. And it was separate from the zombie storyline at the time. They brought it in, but like at the time, nobody knew how they were gonna bring it in. But it was just its own thing, and it works so well. The characters, amazing. Setting and tone, amazing. Alcatraz, not only just like the hellish look they gave it, but also just the realistic recreation of Alcatraz. It's just S tier map. The Brutus Warden, perfect example of a boss zombie that's not annoying, but also not super difficult. Wonder Weapon, I love the Blundergat. I think it's a super cool weapon. Could have been a little better. Could have been a little more powerful, I guess. Like, made you feel a little more powerful, but I think it fits the map insanely well. The Acid Gat upgrade, super unique, super cool. Just S tier map. Amazing map. Next up, we have Buried. Where the hell is Buried?
Let's do this. Leroy!
I think for a lot of people, Mob of the Dead and Buried saved zombies. Mob of the Dead saved the diehard fans, the veterans, whatever. But Buried, super casual map, made around just being a fun map. They didn't try to make it hard. They didn't try to make it super like Easter egg intricate. Like, it's just a fun map. It's a cool map. They brought the whole old Western feeling into it perfectly, both through the story and through just the gameplay. It's just, I think it's a very good map, and I have it above everything, including Town. I have it above Town because there's so much you can do to make it more of a fun experience and not a challenge experience. And last but not least, we have Origins.
It began long ago, on the battlefields of the Great War.
I am no man, but that thing.
And Origins is going up here above Mob of the Dead, in my opinion, as an S tier map. I think Origins is near, if not perfect. There's only one other map that really surpasses this, and we'll get to that later, but Origins is unreal. The 4 wonder weapons, the first time we've seen anything like that, a little bit tedious to do, but it's challenging. I've never been bored building the staffs. I can see why some people would dislike this step, but like, I think it's super cool. I love elemental shit. Just the 4 elemental staffs, super cool wonder weapon, favorite wonder weapon of all time, easily. The Easter egg and the story, unreal. The Easter egg being the steps from, what is it? The jail from Black Ops 1, Vorkuta, that one. That's super cool to tie in. That's something that nobody expected, but once they realized it, they're like, holy shit, that's awesome. The tone of it being gritty, World War I, messy, rainy, cold, super cool. The steampunk aspect of it, super cool. What else is there to really say? It's just an S tier map. It's just a God tier map. The characters, they brought in the younger versions of the Ultimus. I think they are the Ultimus, aren't they? Primus is the first one, Ultimus. I could be wrong, but it kicks off the zombies storyline in a way that we haven't seen yet before. It kind of concluded itself with Moon. The Black Ops 2 Victus maps are like kind of like a epilogue to what happened with Moon. Like, I feel like they're nothing really super important, but Origins restarts the storyline perfectly, in my opinion, to continue into what we get with Black Ops 3, which is just unbeatable in terms of story. I think it's just S tier map all around. And that wraps things up for Black Ops 2 and brings us to Advanced Warfare. What a shift. What a change. First map from Advanced Warfare, Outbreak. I don't like Exo Zombies. I don't hate it. I can understand why some people really like it. Why some people would put Descent on the A tier.
I'm going to put Descent into a great map category.
I don't like the Exo mechanics at all. So for me, Outbreak, for a starter map, it's cookie cutter by the book, but it's not great because of those Exo Zombies mechanics. I just can't get over it. Infection. Ooh.
It's going to be the top 5 reasons Burger Town /Infection absolutely sucks.
Everyone's favorite Exo Zombies map. Trash tier. Absolutely god awful. Absolutely just ass. It's terrible. It's so bad. Burger Town, like, I guess you can be like, oh cool, Burger Town, but like, who cares? Nobody cares about Burger Town that much. And if you do, I apologize. But like, the mechanics, the gas, lockdown things, just super dumb. Makes it just not a fun experience. It's more annoying than anything. It's not challenging, it's not hard, it's just annoying. The Wonder Weapon, I think it was pretty much the wave gun, wasn't it? It was like the microwave thing. I don't know, I used it like 3 times total, and I never once thought it was cool. I never once was like, oh, that's a Wonder Weapon. I was just like, that's it? It's just shit map. Terrible map. Carrier
is going to be the top 5 reasons Carrier is actually a good map.
On the other hand, is a change in direction for Exo Zombies for me. Carrier, I feel like, is at the bottom of the good tier. I feel like the setting's cool, the aircraft carrier, duh. The 2 starting rooms was cool. Just the layout of the map I enjoy, and the Wonder Weapon was pretty cool, but it's a good map. It's not anything super special, but it's serviceable. And the fact that it can distract me from the Exo Zombies mechanics and stuff like that to actually kind of enjoy it, it means it's a alright map. And then Descent.
We today are playing the confirmed, unbiased 5th best zombie map of all.
I feel like does the exact same, wherever the fuck it is. Descent, I feel like does the exact same thing Carrier does. Good layout in my opinion. Distracts me from the Exo mechanics that I don't like. The Easter egg's pretty good. The ending of the Easter egg is super cool. That like memory survival thing I think is really unique and something we haven't seen yet. I'm gonna just put it right above Carrier. Nope, right above Carrier. There we go. So Carrier and Descent, good maps. Not my favorite. Nothing special for me. They're alright. Really? Come here. Oh, Whiskers is back, everybody. Surprise, surprise. I really need to start closing my door. You good? Alright, she's just chilling. So, Black Ops 3. That brings us to the golden age of zombies for a lot of people, myself included. I think Black Ops 3 is the best zombies we've ever gotten and probably ever will get. And what kicked it all off is Shadows of Evil.
If you play at 3 a.m. on Shadows of Evil or The Giant, you have a possibility of finding a Westboro Baptist church member.
Without a single doubt, the greatest zombies map of all time. I think it is unmatched. Wonder Weapon, super cool. It would be a perfect map if the Wonder Weapon upgrade was actually in it. Fits perfectly because it's the first time we see like the Keepers and Apothicons and all that alien shit. Super cool. The time period and the setting, unmatched. The music, unmatched. Characters, kind of forgettable, I will admit, but they're not important. The characters aren't important to the story in any way. They're just the 4 pawns for the Shadow Man to corrupt and cause shit to happen, and then the pawns realize that they fucked up, they capture the Shadow Man, and then Richtofen comes in and steals the summoning key, whatever. Gameplay wise, story wise, tone wise, everything S tier, God tier, best map in Call of Duty Zombies. The Giant, I feel like, is Der Riese. I think it's an updated version that's graphically very nice looking. It's overall just a very good remake of Der Riese. I think that we should have had an actual Easter egg and not just the flytrap variation. And I don't think it should have been locked behind, I think it was pre-order like $5 or something. It didn't need to be. People didn't play the map because of it. And that's a shame, because if that wasn't the case, I feel like it would go above Der Riese, but I'm going to put it right behind Der Riese. I feel like it could have been better, but it should have had an Easter egg, shouldn't have been behind a paywall. Then we get to Der Eisendrache. Der Eisendrache, for me, and for a lot of other people, is S tier. It's S tier, it's above Mob of the Dead, in my opinion, but it's not above Origins or Shadows of Evil. I feel like, yes, it perfects what Origins does, or tried to do. It's a perfect version of Origins mechanics. But I personally, just nostalgia and story-wise and all that, I think Origins is better. But Der Eisendrache, near perfect, God tier map. Next up, Zetsubo. Zetsubo no Shima. Kind of a rough launch in terms of glitches and stuff like that. Kind of kicked off the start of like the drought that we had during Black Ops 3. But it is a good map. It's a good map. Once the glitches were patched, gameplay, story, the Easter eggs kind of eh. The story was amazing. The fact that it was Takio's map. I have Zetsubo no Shima just above Die Rise, just below Kino der Toten. And that brings us to Gorod. Gorod Krovi.
Oh my god! For weeks and weeks and weeks! I have been trying to get to round 100, but I'm wasting my goddamn time on this piece of...
Not an S tier map, Lex. I'm sorry. But I would say it's the top of amazing. Great layout, great gameplay mechanics, good boss zombies. Valkyries are kind of meh, but like everything else about this map is great. Wonder Weapon, the Ray Gun Mark III, super cool. Wish it was a little stronger, but I would say top of amazing. Well, it's one of the best zombies maps. And then next we have Revelations. Very controversial map. Very controversial map. Revelations, a lot of people don't love. They think it's rehashed, fan service, whatever. I love Revelations. I love Revelations. I think the layout is near perfect, if not perfect. The movement around the map is super seamless once you have it fully unlocked. I don't love the fact that they brought in the Apothicon servant as its Wonder Weapon again. I wish there was something new. But having the upgrade and the fact that it's dealing with the climax of the Apothicon story, whatever, it makes sense. And it's a good Wonder Weapon again. It's a great map. I think it's a great map. Nostalgia might be a little powerful for me on that one because it's the first map I got round, I think it was 80 on. I'm not a high rounds player. And yeah, it's an easy high round, but it's just a fun map, dude. I enjoy it. I think it's a great map. For me, it goes right behind Gorod Krovi. I said right behind Gorod Krovi. Right behind Gorod Krovi. I understand some people don't like it. I understand why some people don't like it. But I think it's one of the best Zombies maps. And then that brings us to Zombies Chronicles.
I want waffle fries.
Which I'm going to grade very simply. I think that all of the Chronicles maps are amazing remakes of the original maps, and they basically are just a better version of all of the original maps. So I'm going to very simply rank them all just right above each of their original maps. I feel like that's fair. I feel like that's kind of a fair way to do things based on the fact that none of the remakes seem like bad remakes. They're just updated versions of the maps. I just realized that I forgot about Nuketown Zombies. Nuketown Zombies. I love this map. A lot of people don't. A lot of people dislike this map. I think it's super cool. This is the first time we've seen a fan favorite multiplayer map kind of brought into zombies in a way that's both fan service, but also like integrates with the whole story about after what happened at Moon. When the zombies ice change, super cool story fact. The perks dropping down, kind of annoying. I will admit, kind of annoying. The randomized perk aspect isn't my favorite, but it's also, I feel like, a good challenge. And atmosphere is great. I think it's a really cool map in terms of it's Nuketown, but it's torn up, and it's really, they could have just brought in Nuketown and turned it into zombies, but they really sold the idea that a nuke landed there. I think it is a very good map, and for me, I have it in great, just below town. Yep, that's where I have it. That's where it's staying. I think it's a great map. I go back and play it every now and then, especially the Black Ops 3 Custom Zombies remake of it is a great remake. So, now that we've finished Black Ops 3 and Nuketown, Infinite Warfare. I've only played one map, Zombies in Spaceland. And I think phenomenal map. Phenomenal map. I think it's a great map. I would rather play these two maps, but I think it is easily one of the best zombies maps we've ever had. And the fact that it was from Infinite Warfare Zombies and not a Treyarch game is unreal. And then World War II, I've only played 2 of the maps, that being the Groston House Survival.
You're gonna play Groston House.
That one I have just above Outbreak on not great. It's Nocturtoten, but not a huge fan. Final Reich, on the other hand, it's a great launch map. Final Reich for me goes just below Nocturtoten because I would play any Treyarch zombies over World War II zombies. But again, a good map. And that brings us to Black Ops 4, the favorite zombies game in the community. Everyone loves it. Everyone thinks these maps are all S tier, so I'm just gonna order them all in S tier based off of that.
Are you effing kidding me?
I'm kidding, of course. People hate this fucking game. It's not great. I'll give them that. I enjoyed some of the maps. I don't like the mechanics, but here we go. So the first map, 9.
Listen, we are about to go into this boss fight.
Definitely the best map in all of Black Ops 4 Zombies, easily. And for me, 9 goes at the bottom of amazing. It's a great casual map. It's a great challenge map for high rounds. It's a great launch map. The 4 perks system actually makes sense and works. Boss fight was cool. The elephant. The Easter eggs, the mini Easter eggs on it are really cool. Just overall, very cool map. Very good launch map. Then we get Blood of the Dead.
Why are these dogs not dying like there's... What do you mean?
Not great. Not great. I don't think it's trash because I didn't do the Easter egg on it. I feel like if I pushed and did the Easter egg, it'd be in trash. I feel like it takes Mob of the Dead, everything that's good about it, and changes it for no reason. Story-wise, very cool. Love the story of this map. Voyage of Despair.
You don't have the point drop, do you?
I want to get my aftertaste.
And it crashed.
Where's the controller? Old trusty.
Voyage of Despair. I like this map. I like this map. I think it is a good map, and it's going at the bottom of the good tier because the wonder weapons, while kind of weak, are, I think, pretty cool. They're cannons, and you're on a giant ship. Like, it makes sense. Boss fight, super cool. The recreation of the Titanic and the setting overall, super cool. Super atmospheric. I love it. I think it's really cool. For me, it's a fun, casual map. Layout, a little confusing, but once you kind of learn it, not bad. I don't think it's the worst of the worst. Didn't care about the Easter egg on it very much, so can't really judge it based on that. I know a lot of people don't like it because of the Easter egg, but we'll go with that. Next up, Classified. Now, Classified is another, in my eyes, pretty much just a Zombies Chronicle remake. It's everything that 5 was, but a little bit better. Updated. The Pack-a-Punch room, super cool that you go to the No Man's Land for Moon. Easter egg, terrible. The whole get to round 150 and then you get the Easter egg, terrible. I think it's the dumbest thing ever. Should have brought back the Crazy Doctor. God, what was it? The Pentagon Thief. That guy. Should have brought him back, but overall, I think it is a good remaster of a map, but a little bit lesser than the original. Next up, we have Dead of the Night.
Complete the Easter egg for you, Noah J456, dude.
Okay, what is step 1?
Step 1 is secure the keys. I read that from the Origins time.
The launch of this map ruined the map. The launch was non-existent. I didn't know this map was coming out until the day it came out. I don't know how, as a company, you failed that much to market a map. Anything could have been better than nothing. That being said, it's not a bad map. The setting and tone of it, like the murder mystery mansion, whatever, super cool. The vampire stuff, I think is kind of cool. The wonder weapon, I think, is really cool. The revolver. I like this map. I wish I liked it more, but I think it is a good upper part of the good maps. I think it's definitely not bad. Definitely not anything up here, and the launch really hurt it. Next we have Ancient Evil.
We'll be doing the boss battle at round 100. So I'm going to be doing the whole Easter egg, camping right here, literally in this corner.
Great map. Ancient Evil, I feel like, is up there with 9. Not quite as good, but it's a very good map. And I feel like it goes just above Buried, just below Ascension. I feel like it is a good, well laid out map. Very interesting stuff going on inside the map. Setting and tone wise, all that. Story was good. I liked Chaos Story in this map. And then they just gave up on it, which is a huge shame. And that is all part of the Black Ops 4 development cycle. Is just awful. God awful. Which brings us to another god awful thing in the world. Alpha Omega.
Wait, why are the zombies' eyes white?
Because they're controlled by...
Wait, what?
Exactly, they're controlled by...
Lex, don't be stupid. They're controlled by...
Now, that's going in trash tier. Alpha Omega could have been really cool. I like Nuketown Zombies. It could have been up there with Nuketown Zombies or better, but it fails miserably on what it tries to do. Very bland, very boring. Story-wise, didn't make a whole lot of sense. You could tell they were rushing it. Again, Black Ops 4 development cycle, I think, killed it, and it's a shame. I would play it over Transit. I would definitely play it over Infection, but it's a trash map. Not a good map. And that brings us... Oh, Shangri-La! I missed your Chronicles. Where are you at? Sorry, buddy. Alright, that brings us to Tag der Toten. Tag der Toten, again, suffers from the Black Ops 4 development cycle a bit, but I think it is a very serviceable map, a good remake of Call of the Dead. It's different. I'm not even going to compare it to Call of the Dead in gameplay and layout and all that, but setting-wise, it is a very cool visual remake of Call of the Dead. Expands on the map in a good way, I feel like, and not in a overdone kind of bad way like Alpha Omega. Story, the end of the story, again, just rushed. Didn't love it. Could have been a lot better. I don't hate it. I still loved the ending with Samantha and Richtofen kind of walking out into the new universe. They did a good job with how much they had to rush things, I feel like, with this map. I'm going to put it at the bottom of great tier because I feel like it's a pretty great map. It's fun to play. A lot of cool mechanics, a lot of cool little things going on in the map, and could have been so much better. All of Black Ops 4 could have been so much better, but
that's typically how the bullshit goes, you feel me?
That finishes Black Ops 4, and that brings us to Cold War. A lot of people were meh about Cold War. I enjoyed it. Wasn't my favorite Zombies experience. Anyway, here we go. Die Machine, or D Machine, whatever.
You son of a bitch!
I think it's a great map. I think it's a really good launch map. I think it's a really cool expansion of what Nacht der Toten's map layout is. I love that Nacht isn't the main focus of this map. It does its own thing. And the story, the Easter egg, kind of lackluster, but the story itself, kind of cool. I loved grinding camos on this map. I still go back and play it just to play it. And overall, I think it's a good map. And I'm going to put it right behind Ascension, right in front of Ancient Evil for me in the great tier. I think it's a great map. Firebase Z.
Hey buddy, can you come out here and help us?
I will watch the security feeds.
Watch us what, die?
I enjoyed Firebase Z, but I understand that it is not nearly as good as D Machine. So for me, it just goes a tier down, and I'm gonna actually put it right behind Kino der Toten. Layout wise, I don't hate it. Don't love the assault rounds, didn't love the boss fight. The setting was kind of like, it was cool to be like in a Vietnam base, but I feel like they could have done a better job at kind of getting that tone of Vietnam and like the base and stuff like that down a little better. Like more fire would have been kind of cool in a place called Firebase Z. Wonder Weapon was cool. I think the Ray K is something that we've kind of needed in zombies for a while, is a assault rifle version of the ray gun, and I feel like they do that in a really cool way. And that brings us to Nacht der Toten, which is a phenomenal map. Best Cold War Zombies map, in my opinion. The story, really good. Atmosphere and tone, setting, all that, really cool. The sewers are actually, the subway and the sewers are really cool, unlike what they tried to do with Infection there. Wonder Weapon, unreal, really good. Layout, pretty good. Overall, I think it's a great map, and I have it at the bottom of the amazing tier because I feel like it's an amazing map. To finish things off, we have the newest map, Forsaken. I really enjoyed this map. I would say it is tied, if not a little bit lower, than Nacht der Toten. I feel like it is a cool setting. I know a lot of people don't like that it's just rehashed from the campaign, but I mean, a lot of zombies is. A lot of zombies is stuff from the campaign. And with Cold War, they even connect it more to that campaign, the story actually, than any other we've had so far. But again, back to Forsaken, really cool Wonder Weapon. Probably one of the cooler ones we've had in a long time. I would argue I enjoy it better than the Nacht der Toten Wonder Weapon. But again, tied probably. These maps are pretty much tied for me. The starting area is really cool. It's a different take on like the No Man's Land kind of fast-paced start. And overall, I enjoy it. I think it was a great way to end Cold War. I think overall Cold War is pretty good. And I'm excited to see what they do with Vanguard zombies with the next installment of the Dark Aether stuff. So that wraps it up, guys. That is my tier list. I know some of it's controversial. Some of you probably are mad at me that I put Nuketown and Die Rise as high as I did, and I don't care. That's my tier list. If you guys enjoyed, make sure to leave a like on the video. That would mean a lot. I'd love to talk more about zombies with you guys down in the comments. If you're excited for more, make sure to hit subscribe. But other than that, I'll see ya when I see ya.